Right, the Club World Cup, World Club Cup. No one really, I don't really care. I listen, my team have won it. We won it in 2008. I only remembered that because I Googled it, because I don't remember it. I couldn't tell you at the time who we beat. I can tell you it was now because I Googled it. A team from Ecuador. Liverpool won it in 2019. They beat Flamengo, and a lot of people said flamenco because no one knew.
Right. I'd have said flamenco.
It's Flamengo.
Flamengo? Sure it's the same team?
Oh, maybe I've got that wrong then.
Is it
flamenco?
Do you say flamengo? I say flamenco.
I thought it was flamingo. But anyway, I don't think... But it only started in 2000. That was the United had to go in for it when they won the treble.
There's a lot of Chelsea fans getting very upset with what I've said.
Are they?
Yeah.
What did you say, in case they don't know?
I just said that. It's
you said you'd rather win the Carabao Cup?
I'd rather win the Carabao Cup. I would rather... for me, that is a bigger trophy. And I don't care whether people think that it's a FIFA World Club Cup. It doesn't make you the best side in the world. It doesn't. This is a money-making competition. That's all it is. That's all it is. And in COVID times right now, when Chelsea have had to deal with injuries, COVID, flying into the Middle East to go and play in a competition that... Look, it's a trophy. You always want to win it. Of course you do. Any trophy in front of you, want to win it.
Yeah.
But if you gave me a straight choice now, what I think's a bigger competition, I think the Carabao Cup. It's more important to win that.
Well, this is sort of it's semi-finals you're playing, right?
We're in the semi-final.
Yeah.
You get fast track. You get fast track to the semi-final.
But it's like Community Shield, isn't it? It's the winners of one semi-finalist. You were saying before, it's Australia and
it's all
Asia,
yeah.
But if you're champions of Europe, which you are, that's the best team in the world, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it is. You just now need to go and confirm it with FIFA.
But Chelsea won't be playing that game tomorrow night in semis if they win that. They won't be playing that anywhere near as much or as fierce as they will be, for argument's sake, against Spurs, London derby, or if they were playing one of the big heads, United or Liverpool, or if they were playing a cup final over here.
Well, the game we're supposed to be playing is Arsenal at home this coming Saturday.
Right.
That's been postponed, obviously, because the finals the final third and fourth playoff. But if you gave me that Club World Cup, I would take 3 points of Arsenal.
Well, even sorry, not giving you 3 points, but even Chelsea Arsenal in the Premier League is bigger than.
Of course it is.
So let me just say that again. Chelsea v Arsenal in the Premier League, a fixture, so not a final, is a bigger game than Chelsea in the semi-finals and possibly final of the Club World Cup.
3 points is more important.
What would you rather win, the game against Arsenal or the Club World Cup?
Game against Arsenal.
Yeah, I don't think Chelsea fans will disagree with you on
there's
that.
There's plenty of them that aren't too impressed. It's in name only, and it's only because someone's decided they're going to have a Club World Cup just to make more. That's all it is. It's the prestige. The prestige for me does not carry what it says on the
Should
cup.
It be a bigger competition?
No,
it shouldn't be.
No, because it's you're there by virtue of winning the Champions League, and then you get put into this. Like I said, Chelsea are fast-tracked to the semi-finals because other countries, other nations who are in it because they won their equivalent of the Champions League, they have to battle it out in their own to get to the semi-finals. And especially with what's going on, Chelsea have had so many games since Boxing Day. The games Chelsea have had to play. This is another, and travelling. Look, you want to win it, of course. Do I want to win it? Of course I do. Do I think it's the biggest competition we're going to... Of all the games we got in February, these two, for me, are the least important.
Do you think Thomas Tuchel will reflect your views and maybe put out a weakened side?
No, he's got to try and win it. He's got to
try
and win
it. Do you think
so? It's a cup.
But winning that won't save his season.
Of course it
so
won't.
For argument's sake, if you won the Club World Cup, right, and you won you've won something else with him as well. I know the European Cup. Super Cup, thank you. If you win the Club World Cup and finish fifth, that's awful, isn't it, for Chelsea?
Of course it is. Of course it is. Finishing top four is the most important thing. And then on the back of that, you want to try and look, winning the Carabao Cup isn't going to keep me in the job either. You know, if you've got to get top four, that's the minimum requirement. Minimum. And then on top of that, you want to try and get as far as you can in the Champions League, get as close to Man City as you possibly can, pick up as many trophies on the back of that. But, I want to win it. Is it the most important trophy? No.
You'd rather beat Arsenal than win this?
I'd rather pick up 3 points against Burnley than win this.
You'd rather beat Burnley in the league?
3 points are so valuable.
Yeah, so let me just confirm. You'd rather beat Burnley in the Premier League than win the Club World Cup?
Yes.
Okay. Let's speak to Jordan, a Chelsea fan. Hi, Jordan.
Hey, how you doing, Andy? How you doing, Jason?
Well, good, man. How are you?
Jordan.
Very well, thank you.
What do you make of Jason's comments? You're both Chelsea fans. You'd rather beat Burnley in the Premier League than win the Club World Cup?
I agree 100% with Jason. I think, going back on the Club World Cup, I just don't think it's an important competition. I mean, I think for me, the elite mentality for a top club like Chelsea should be to every tournament you're in, you go and win it. If I'm Thomas Tuchel, I would use that opportunity to fill some of the youngsters who haven't had an opportunity, players in the senior team who haven't had an opportunity, and just try and win the fixture. And just, it's not really a big tournament. I agree 100% with Jason. I really think it's a big tournament.
Do you think there'll be any Chelsea fans that disagree with the two of you, Jordan?
I don't think so. I don't really think the Club World Cup is a massive fixture people need to be worrying about. I mean, if we win it, great, onwards and upwards, really. I mean, I personally don't really care. If we win the Club World Cup, great. It's good for morale. We got a trophy. But personally, for me, going back on what you guys are talking about in terms of the season and what Chelsea's objectives should be, personally for me, I think Chelsea should aim to finish second. I think Chelsea, like obviously Jason said, try and get far in the Champions League, win the FA Cup and win the Carabao Cup. I think that would be a fantastic season for Chelsea.
Okay, Jordan, thanks for that. I'm going to ask you a question. You know what, I like asking you convoluted questions.
Go on.
Let me try and work this one out.
Go on.
What would you rather do? Finish 10th,
oh dear,
right, and win.
10th.
Listen, and win.
Yeah.
Finish 10th and win the Europa League. So you've got Champions League football.
Right, 10th, Tuchel gets sacked.
Right, now, but what would you rather do? Right. I think as the words are coming out of my mouth, this is going to be stupid. But 10th and Europa League, so you've got Champions League, or 4th and Club World Cup.
4th and Club World Cup.
Would you?
Yeah.
So you list that trophy higher, even though the results
league,
are the same.
The league position
is
absolutely crucial. You want to make sure you finish. If Chelsea finish,
okay, 10th, hold on. Let me change it.
Disaster.
Let me change it. 5th and Europa League, or 4th and Club World Cup. That's my question.
I think 4th and Club World Cup.
Okay, let me ask you again. Okay, but I think
the league position is you want to. You can't.
You want to go as high as you can.
You can't excuse 5th. You can't excuse that because that would mean one of Spurs, Arsenal, or West Ham. Let me work that one out. Yeah, Spurs and probably Man. One of those lot are going to finish above Chelsea. That is inconceivable.
Okay, but the headline here is you'd rather get 3 points and beat Burnley
3 points
than win the Club World Cup.
Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
It's not even a difficult.
Do you think any Chelsea fan will disagree with you?
Because it's someone's just tweeted in here saying you two having a mare here. This is from a guy called Craig Brewer. The only way the only way you get a chance to win it is by winning the Champions League. Enough said. So what? That Champions League is bigger than anything. So why have you then got to go into a competition that's inferior?
Yeah,
it's inferior, I think, to the well, it isn't Premier League. And the Carabao Cup is, you've got to go through so many different rounds and win. Chelsea had to beat Spurs, right? 2 legs in the semi-final. We've got a team I've never heard of in the semi-final. You're trying to tell me that's a bigger and better competition. It's harder to win the Carabao Cup than it is this. Yes, you've got to get there by winning the Champions League, but the work is done. It's over. Your objective. Whenever people win the Champions League, no one has ever said, can't wait for the Club World Cup next year.
No, we're in it now. We've qualified.
Thank God, we're in it. Yeah, we've got there. We've done it, lads. No one said that. It's a byproduct. It's true.
Wouldn't that be great? Is the mic right under Thomas Tuchel? Yeah. Just as you lifted up
by the way,
the European Cup. And what do you make of that? Well, we've qualified now for the World Club Cup.
World Cup. Now he'll go, what? Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
That was my main aim when I took over it at the bridge. Jason would rather beat Burnley than win the Club World Cup. Interesting.